Namaste. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are, which part of the world you are in. I'm back. I'm Rajiv Nath, your astrology friend, back with a new topic, new day. And the last few videos, they were all related to Corona, the ongoing problem that the world is facing. So I thought, for a change, let's divert attention for some time and let's discuss something new. So I've come up today with a topic, and it's a very interesting topic, and I'm very proud to say that this is my own research, and this is a I call it a breakthrough. Okay, it's a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough, and that I take the credit for. At least I have not seen any astrologer, discuss along the lines that I am going to discuss today. The topic is, why do Indian governments in India, fall before their completion of their term of 5 years? There have been so many instances, and I have researched it along with the principles of KP and how and why governments fall, and how the planets justify their fall before completion of their term. I've done two, three articles I have published in various magazines. One of the magazine that I had published this article on, this chart in front of you is the chart of the Devagowda government, and it fell prematurely. And I had published this article in my own magazine that I used to run way back in 96, 97 when I was in Delhi. The magazine was called KP Stellar Astrology. I still have a few copies of it left with me, and this article is very much there in my magazine. And I had predicted the fall of the government well in advance. How I had predicted it, this is what we are here to discuss today. And likewise, I had predicted the fall of the first Arvind Kejriwal government, which was formed in February 2013 and fell in about 2.5 months. That is in February 2014. It fell. It was formed. Sorry, it was formed in, I think, November or December. We'll come to that. I have the chart. I have the dates with me. It fell in about 2.5 months. So what I'm trying to, come to is, this is past. This is gone. I have predicted, and my predictions came true. Okay, now the event is over. So you may say that, I'm in hindsight, everything is easy to justify, etc. But anyway, I had predicted in advance, and Kejriwal one, I had predicted Kejriwal government. That article of mine was published in a Hindi magazine, which used to be published from Meerut, and I had predicted 14th February 2014 as the date of the fall of the government, and the government fell exactly on that day. Okay, that that is in black and white. It's in writing. So anyway, how do governments fall, and why do governments fall before their time? See, now let me just go into the basics first. I have already discussed the basics of longevity, the basics of longevity as per the tenets and principles of KP. I have already discussed in an earlier video of mine, which you will find I had published it, I think, 2 months back. And the topic of that is longevity, how to judge longevity. And I have given the rule. There is a chart prepared by me in Word with all the rules pertaining to longevity, which JSK Krishnamurti had devised, and I have discussed those rules and tenets and principles. In that, it was a Word format. Okay, you can find it there, and I have explained what what are the principles of how to judge longevity. So I will not go into the rules once again, in detail, because unnecessarily the video becomes very long. Suffice it to say that, you see, this is the Gowda government's chart of swearing in. The government was formed on, see, please follow my cursor, okay? The government, see, look at the top here. The government was formed on 1st June 1996 at 12:32 p.m., that is afternoon, in New Delhi. So that is the time of birth of the child, you can say, time of birth of the government. Okay, that is where everything is decided. How the government is going to, how long the government is going to last. Is it going to last its full term, or is it going to fall in between, in midway? That is where, that as soon as the prime minister or the chief minister says, May, they say, May Dev Gowda, that is the time. You note down the time by the clock, and then you can predict. And by and large, 99% cases, one or two may go haywire. None, no astrologer can claim 100% correct predictions. But in my case, whenever I have predicted fall of governments, they have proved 100% correct. One or two may go haywire here and there by a month or so, but by and large, it proves correct. Now, what are the rules pertaining to longevity that Krishnamurti ji had evolved? Let's go first by the rules. The most important thing to judge when we are judging longevity of a person or of a government. I am applying the same rules here, okay? First, we take the ascendant cusp sublord. See, look at the ascendant cusp sublord here. It is Jupiter, okay? Jupiter is the sublord of the ascendant. That is the first cusp. Scroll down and you will see that Jupiter is also the sublord of the seventh house. Sublord of the seventh house means seventh and second and seventh in any horoscope are the Marak houses. Okay, when we are judging longevity, mind you, we are just restricting ourselves to judgment of longevity, nothing else. Because seventh house in any horoscope has other roles to play, as you all would be very well aware of. But here, Jupiter is sublord of the first house, signifying the seventh cusp as well. Why is it signifying the seventh cusp? Generally, if any planet is the sublord of a cusp, does it signify that cusp also? Will it give the result of that cusp also? See, I have already discussed in my past videos. Please listen to this rule carefully. This is a this is a KP secret, and this plays a massive role in any product, in any prediction. It becomes very powerful. As a cuspal sublord, it will give the result of the house of which it is the cuspal sublord if there are no planets in its stars. Okay, so here we come to this column of planetary positions. You come to the star lord positions. See, star lord. See, can you find Jupiter here? No, Jupiter is not here. That means Jupiter is all powerful to give the result of the seventh house, which is the Marak house. In this horoscope, as you know, as the rules of longevity in KP, if it is a movable sign, the Badhak Sthan is the 11th cusp. If it is a fixed sign, the Badhak Sthan is the 9th cusp. And if it is a movable sign, then what is the Badhak Sthan? It is the 7th cusp. Okay. So here, what do we have? This is the the ascendant is Leo. What is Leo? It is a fixed sign. It is a fixed sign. So the ninth house is the Badhak Sthan. Now, how is Jupiter connected to the ninth house? Jupiter aspects the ninth house. Okay, so it has connections with the seventh house as well as the ninth house. So everything is prepared. Everything. It's a you can say it's a ripe fruit about to be plucked. I mean, when you are when you are this is we are as I again told you, we are just judging longevity and nothing else. So full longevity is not promised. Okay. Now, once we have judged whether longevity is full, middling, or short, then we go to the next how we judge is now. Then we go to the dasha period. Dasha period that would coincide with the longevity that we have judged would be the case. If it is short, when do the dasha periods signify short longevity? When does that combination obtain? We have to judge that. That is the next part of the judgment is that I have prepared a table. Okay, I have prepared a table, and in which I have the salient features of my judgment of this horoscope as well as KJUL government's horoscope. Both I have laid down some big points. I'll just put that table, I'll just show that table to you all. Just 1 minute. That table will appear and I will show you. See, see this. Just give me a second. Okay, this is the table that I have prepared. Okay, see, I have written longevity of governments. Mind you, this is, as I said, this I have at least not come across any such predictions on YouTube or any astrologer. I'm not boasting, but then, and this is the, if in the manner in which I am showing this to you, please, this is for your records. You can keep it as your record. You can ask me at a later date or subsequent after watching my video if you have any queries. See, longevity of government. See, name of government. Devagowda's government. Follow the cursor, please. Formed on 1696. Fell on 2/11/497. That means it fell on 11/4/93, 11 months. 12:32 p.m. Delhi. Significations of the ascendant sublord. Ascendant sublord is Jupiter untenanted. Untenanted means there are no planets in its stars. Is also the sublord of the seventh Maraka house. Thus signifies seventh fully because it is untenanted. Jupiter also aspects ninth Badaka house. Jupiter signifies 10th also, that we can see, that you can see the, you can put it in your computer and you can see the table of significators. I will not go into that. And 10th is, although it's the house of government, but when it comes to longevity, it is not a good combination for longevity. Ascendant falls in fixed sign, so ninth is the Badak star. Longevity promised is short, as ascendant sublord signifies Maraka Badaka without having strong connections to the life-giving houses. I have missed the word strong, but without having strong connections. It has some connections with the life-giving houses, which are 1, 3, and 8, but not as so strong so as to to allow the government to last its full term. Manifestation is the signification of the seventh house and the Badka house. Now look here. Government fell on 11/4/1997 when the Dasa period was Saturn, Mercury, Venus. Okay, Saturn signifies 7, 6, 12. Venus signifies 3, 4, 9, 10, 1, 2. All the dangerous houses I have highlighted in red. 11. Mercury signifies 9, 9, 2, 9, 12. So Mercury, the Pratyantar Dasha Lord, signifies 9, 9 twice. Transits also supported the fall. Okay. Note, Saturn, the Mahadasha Lord, is in the sub of Moon, which signifies 7 and 12. Here I have mentioned 7 and 12. Okay. Venus is in the sub of Mercury, which signifies 2 and 9. These are Marka and Badaka houses. Moon is Marak and 12th house. 12th house is another bad house for longevity. Mercury in sub of Sun, which signifies 12. So here the story is complete. Story is complete, and well, the government fell. And let's go back to the chart now. Next up, I'll discuss the KJUL government's fall. Let's complete this discussion first. Now I'll just okay. I'll share the previous screen with you. Here we go. So here we have it. Okay, this is when the government fell. Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. So everything discussed, done, and dusted. Yeah, I forgot. This video is it is part one of the two videos that I am making. Why I am discussing my past predictions is that I have made a prediction on the Maharashtra government, which is in power in Maharashtra. And what my prediction is, that will be a follow-up video to this. So I'm giving you the background on how I make predictions and what lies in store for the Maharashtra government. I think it should interest most of you, and It's a very good case study, and if you study this properly, I think future course of governments, I think then governments, if you become an expert in this, they can sort of come and take the muhurta time of swearing in from you as an astrologer. You can make a good name for yourself if you master this technique. Okay, now we open another chart. Okay, we open the Kejriwal government chart. So here we go. This chart will this what happened? Why is it not opening? Okay, here we go. Kejriwal. Kejriwal's government. Here we go. Now, friends, you please listen to every word and every line that I explain to you. You know that this is something. This is these 2, 3, 4 predictions. I have made other predictions also. I have the entire chart, but there's no time for such a long discussion. I just want to finish the video within. I'll try and finish it within half an hour, and then I'll next video. First, I'll do this in Hindi. Then I'll make the part 2, which will be Maharashtra government. Okay. So here we go. This is Kejriwal's government. Kejriwal's government. 1 second. I think I'll have to pause 1 minute. You'll have to give me a minute, please. Okay. It's coming back. Yeah, friends. So here we have the Kejriwal government video. Kejriwal's government was formed on the first time around. You don't confuse it with this, with the last government or the one that is in power now. The first time it was formed when first time AAP came to power. That was on 28/12/2013 at 11:56:10 a.m. New Delhi. This was the time of formation, time of swearing in of the government, when Kejriwal became the chief minister and his government was formed. Same principles. Look at the sublot of the first cusp, Mercury. Okay. What does Mercury signify? It is also like in the Devagowda government, mind you. In so many predictions that I have made, the sublot of the first cusp is wherever governments have fallen. I don't know, somehow it may be a coincidence, but in a number of cases, the sublot of the first cusp is untenanted and signifying the seventh house as well. Okay, so here we go. See, Mercury untenanted. Why? Because it does not appear in this column. Follow this cursor, please. Star lot column on the top table, the planetary positions table. Mercury does not appear here. Okay, and Mercury being sublord of the first cusp of the ascendant is also sublord of the seventh cusp as well as the eighth cusp. Gives you an indication of the life of the government. The same thing was there in Devagowda government. That lasted for 11 months. This only lasted for 2.5 months. Okay. So ascendant sublord is Mercury, untenanted is also sublord of 7th and 8th cusp. So signify 1, 7, 8 fully. Ascendant falls in dual sign. Okay. The ascendant is, ascendant is Pisces. It falls in dual sign. So dual sign, the Badhak Sthan is the 7th house for dual sign. So Mercury becomes the Maraka and the Badhaka planet as well, in full power being untenanted. So there was hardly any chance for the government to last beyond a few months. Okay, since Mercury was also not signifying the life-giving houses, that if you see the table of significators, which I will not go into unnecessarily, it will make the video very long. but you can see it. You can feed this into your own computers and check it out in detail. Okay. So short longevity promised as ascendant sublord. Mercury connects to Marak and Badhak houses without connecting to life-giving houses. That table that I have highlighted there, which you just saw, I will not do it again. In that table, the Kejriwal details are also given. Okay. Government fell on 14th of February 2014. What were the Dasha combinations? Let's see the Dasha combinations. Okay. 14th February. 14th February 2014. Yeah, here we go. Rahu, Venus, Venus. Okay, I've highlighted this. Rahu, Venus, Venus. Now, what does Rahu? What is Rahu giving us? Rahu is a significator of 7, 2, 8, 10, and 11. 7, 2, 8, 10. All bad for longevity. 7 and 2 are Marak and Badhak houses. 7 and 2. Okay, so Rahu signifies that. What is Venus giving us? Venus is giving us 11, 3, 8, 10, 12. So again 8, 10, 12. Venus is giving us that. Okay. Sublord of Rahu and Venus is Saturn. For both are Saturn. Saturn signifies the 12th house, the final blow. Okay. Saturn signifies the 12th house. Now Venus, another wonderful thing you will see again here. This is again, you you have to be an astrologer of experience to again go into the hidden secrets. Look at Venus. You must always, when you're making a prediction, go into this column of sublords. Significators, whichever significators are there for the topic, the subject that you're dealing with. Look carefully if that significator is somewhere in this sublord, the cuspal sublord column. We are talking about Venus, the Antardasha Lord. Where is Venus now? Venus is in the second house, is the sublord of the second house. So just by being sublord, again at the cost of repetition, just by being the sublord, does it signify the second house? No, it doesn't. But if it does not have any stars, any planets and its stars, then it signifies the second house fully, the Maraka house fully. Now come here again, check this out. Venus does not appear in this column. Okay, so that means there are no planets in its stars. It is here, but Pluto, we don't deal with Pluto. Okay, so Venus becomes a first rate Maraka. So Rahu, Venus combined, there was absolutely no chance. And by the way, I have just before I close, see in KP, in astrology, short life means about 33 and a half years, 33 and 1/3 years. A middle life means 66 and 1/3 years, and up to 100 years is long life. So in this case, it is not even short life. It is a yoga called Balarishti Yoga. Okay, Balarishti Yoga is life of just maybe a few months, or in case of infants, children, it may be 1 year, 2 years. You will see one in one of my videos, again launched 2 months back, wherein I have discussed the longevity of a newborn child. Okay, those are all preludes to this video. Longevity of a newborn child, and in Hindi also I have done it. नवजात शिशु की आयु का निर्णय कैसे करते हैं, that. So this is a Balarishta Yoga. There's absolutely no chance, because the ascendant sublord as well as the Dasha combination, Dasha significant Dasha Lord, Dasha Mahadasha Lord, Antardasha Lord, they are all Maraka and Badhaka planets. So here we go. Another thing, just don't confuse the first cusp sublord just denotes the longevity promised. It need not play a role in the Dasha periods. Okay, that only gives you a judgment of how to judge longevity. Then you leave it. That chapter is closed. There now you know that this person, this child, or this government doesn't have a long life, or it doesn't have a full life, or a middle life, or a short life. That is shown by the first cuspal sublord. After that, it is the dasha lords which come into play. I hope I have been clear. I have been able to explain to you with full clarity. And a follow-up video will be my prediction on the Maharashtra government. Okay, and the moot question is Maharashtra government. I had predicted that it should, in normal times, I had made a prediction that it should fall by May or June. That is by next month or June. But there was just a glimmer of hope in one of the planetary combinations, wherein I had, in my prediction, I had said, I have not published it. So uh, I still say that there's a glimmer of hope that if this May, June manages to cross, then then by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, the government is definitely going to fall. Okay, so we'll discuss that. That is a prediction that I'm going to make. And I have made other predictions. I have charts for that also. I have notes written up for that. I had predicted the fall of the Madhya Pradesh government, which fell recently. I had predicted the fall of the Karnataka government of Kumaraswamy, which also fell quite recently only. I hope I have been able to make myself clear, and you have been able to, follow what I have tried to explain. After that, I'll publish this video in Hindi also. Your feedback is solicited. Welcome. I answer each and every comment as far as possible and practicable. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. Please subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon for notification, and you can keep in touch. My telephone number, my email, everything is given in the description box. Thank you for watching. Good night. Namaste. Goodbye. Thank you.